Here in this video we will take a look in brief at the biology of werewolves. So let's say we live in a reality where these entities are real. In a world where the line between myth and reality blurs, the transformation from human to werewolf is considered a marvel in both biology and ancient magic, but still real altogether. It all begins with the infection of a lycanthrope virus, or maybe the affliction of a dark curse. This event marks the beginning of a profound metamorphosis, one that intertwines the human body with the primal essence of a wolf. So it begins when the human is infected by the lycanthrope virus, whether bitten by a werewolf or cursed by a witch, one can only speculate. In a scientific view, the cause might be due to an infection of a novel retrovirus of some sort, one that rapidly integrates into the DNA of a human, multiplying and living in symbiosis with the cells, lying dormant until the conditions are right. Similarly, if it isn't a virus, then if the victim is, let's say, cursed, an ancient spell weaves into the very fabric of the victim's being, the curse too lying dormant and only being activated just as the virus is, during a full moon, with a certain spectrum of light from the moon touching the skin cells and thus activating the transformation. This latent stage allows the human to live in a seemingly normal day-to-day life, but deep within, their biology is preparing for a dramatic change. The transformation is triggered by a unique blend of hormonal and magical responses. As the full moon rises, its silvery light activates dormant hormones and magical energies within the body. These triggers are closely linked to the pituitary gland, which begins to secrete a cocktail of powerful hormones. This, combined with magic of the curse or the virus, initiates the transformation process. As the transformation begins, the human body undergoes a series of rapid and extreme changes. The most noticeable one is the increase in height and size. Muscles expand, bones elongate, and the entire skeletal structure shifts to accommodate a more lupine form, a wolf-like form. The growth is not limited to muscle mass alone. Bones, particularly in the spine, legs, and arms, thicken and strengthen to support the newly found weight and power. Then fur sprouts from every pore, with it being thick and coarse, enveloping the body in a protective layer that can withstand both the harsh environments, whether cold or hot. The growth of a tail also serves as a balance mechanism, aiding the werewolf in its newfound agility and speed. At the same time, there is a skeletal transformation. So the skeletal structure undergoes the most dramatic changes, especially in the skull, snout, and teeth. The human face elongates into a snout, the jaw reshaping to accommodate elongated, razor-sharp teeth capable of rendering flesh and bone. The skull itself broadens and flattens, creating a more predatory appearance, while the eyes become more wolf-like, enhancing night vision. The limbs too transform. The joints shift, allowing for a more digitigrade stance, where the werewolf walks on its toes, increasing its speed and agility. The fingers and toes elongate, ending in sharp claws designed for hunting and combat. The werewolf's metabolism skyrockets during the transformation. The heart pumps faster, the lungs expand to take in more oxygen, and the digestive system adjusts to accommodate the high energy demands of the new form. This increase in metabolism grants the werewolf incredible speed and stamina, allowing it to run for hours without tiring and to heal from wounds that would be fatal to a normal man. As the transformation process unfolds, one of the most profound changes occurs within the brain. The lycanthrope virus or curse initiates a rapid and aggressive rewiring of neurons, particularly in the hippocampus and the cerebral cortex, areas responsible for memory and complex thought. This neurological upheaval distorts the werewolf's connection to many of his human memories. The memories aren't really entirely erased, but they become fragmented, elusive, and difficult to access during the transformation and after it. The rewiring of the brain also results in a significant reduction in intelligent thought. The regions responsible for logical reasoning, abstract thinking, and decision-making become less active, supplanted by a more primal area of the brain. The werewolf's thought thus become more simplistic, driven by basic survival instincts such as hunger, fear, and aggression. This transformation also brings with it a drastic change in diet and behavior. As the body shifts towards a more wolf-like form, the digestive system becomes hypercarnivorous, meaning it requires a diet consisting of almost entirely of meat. The werewolf's digestive tract shortens down and becomes more efficient at breaking down raw flesh, allowing it to extract maximum nutrients and quickly fueling its heightened metabolism. The craving for meat, however, is not just dietary. It's not just a necessity for diet. It is a bloodthirsty compulsion. The rewired brain, now dominated by predatory instincts, drives the werewolf to seek out and consume blood and flesh with an almost uncontrollable hunger. This bloodlust is most intense during the full moon, when the transformation is at its peak, and the werewolf is at its most dangerous. The werewolf's heightened senses, particularly its sense of smell and hearing, becomes finely attuned to the scent of blood and the sound of prey. These senses guide it through the night, turning it into a relentless hunter. However, the transformation also brings new vulnerabilities. The werewolf develops a severe allergy to wolfsbane, a plant with floral properties that can cause intense pain and can weaken the creature. Even the scent of wolfsbane can induce nausea and disorientation, while contact with the plant can cause burns and blisters. Silver, on the other hand, becomes a lethal threat. What was once a harmless metal now becomes the bane of the werewolf's existence. The werewolf's body reacts violently to silver, causing excruciating pain and preventing its healing factor from functioning properly. A wound inflicted by a silver weapon is slow if not impossible to heal, and if the silver reaches a vital organ, it can be fatal. But despite these vulnerabilities, the werewolf also gains an extraordinary healing factor. Well, aside from wounds caused by silver, minor cuts and bruises heal almost instantaneously, while most severe injuries such as broken bones can take a longer time. This rapid regeneration allows the werewolf to survive injuries that would kill a normal human. But it also comes at a cost. The healing process requires a tremendous amount of energy, forcing the werewolf to consume large quantities of food, particularly raw meat, which is one of the factors that drives its insatiable hunger and its primal instincts. As the full moon sets, the triggers for transformation fade, and the werewolf's body begins a painful process of reverting back to its human form. Bones crack and reshape, fur recedes, and the human consciousness, often clouded by primal instincts of the wolf, returns to clarity. The human is left exhausted, often with a lingering pain and fatigue from the intense metabolic demands of the transformation. This cycle repeats with every full moon, a never-ending dance between humanity and the beast within, driven by both the biological and mystical forces that govern the life of a werewolf. And with that, we come to the end of the video on the biology of a werewolf transformation. So if you like this video, then watch this other one too, and do check out our channel for other horror content. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.